So listen, I mentioned early on, I knew you as a comedian. I'd seen your comedy work. I loved your comedy work. But I didn't know you started as an actor. You didn't start as a comedian.
Yeah, like I've been working, as you say, I was in Holby City, John. So
Yes. Yeah, so I heard.
Later. But yeah, I remember when I did it, they were like, "Do you want to do a Holby City?" I was like, "Oh yeah, cheeky little bit of cancer, amputated leg, yes please." And they were like, "The role is an exploding boob job." I was like,
Wow. So you played a woman, had both boobs exploded or one?
No, just the one, actually. I was quite lucky. Just the one went off. Wasn't quite the party in my pants. It was, yeah, is that lucky?
Do you remember which one it was?
That's how you look at things, John.
Was it the left or the right?
Wait, now, let me go back into character. Ow! Oh, it was the right. So, yeah.
You're just back from Los Angeles, I believe. You've been out there, you've been auditioning, you've been looking for work out there, or been...
Yeah, I mean, it's an odd place. Like, I gig there. When I'm there, I do a lot of stand-up, and that's nice because you can create a little community for yourself. Okay. Because during the day, you're just going from casting to casting, and it can be a little bit... You know, some of the...
John, did you audition much? Or did you have a long period of auditioning before you got bigger parts? Or?
I only have had one audition.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Isn't it great to be you, John? John's all great to be you.
But, but I didn't get the part.
Oh,
you didn't get the part? What was it for?
Thing.
I think for a bank.
It was for a bank?
Yeah. All I remember about it is they kept giving a line reading, which was something like, if I get that new apartment. And, you know, you're kind of like, wait, is he going to get it? What's your point?
The exciting thing, actually, though, is that, you know, the acting is certainly taken off over here because you've just finished filming a part in The Fall.
Yeah,
which
we
is
finished
the great
that in
series
January.
with Gillian Anderson and Jamie Dornan on. That's coming out here in
There
September.
I am.
Wow.
That's my serious face. Yeah, no, it's great because it was the director, and writer, Alan Cubitt, took a real chance. Not that he took a chance on me, but I'd done so much comedy that for him to decide that I wasn't just a comedian, that I could actually do the part was, like, really special. And it's not the biggest part in the world, but I loved it. And it's also, like, it's the opposite to me. She's very still. There's a stillness to the character. She has a Northern Irish accent, I hope. I'm sure I'll hear about it on Twitter.
But is that hard for you to do? Because you have the Southern Irish accent.
Yes.
So is it easier for you to do a Northern Irish than it would be for me or John, do you think? Or is it even tricky?
Yes. Can you do accents?
Oh, yes, I can. John, do you hear that? That's the Northern Ireland.
No, it's great. You're great. You should do movies as well.
Oh, Jesus. And
Oh, around the Wugged Walks, to Wugged West.
Now, hang on. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about Foreign Bodies. You just filmed that in Malaysia? Were you filming in Malaysia?
Yeah, so this is Tom Basden, who's a wonderful stand-up and writer as well. He wrote Plebs. He's done a new show for E4 here, and then I think it's TNT in the States. And it's all about a group of gap year students. So I was like a sort of weirdo they came across on their travels. Very, very tough role to get into. And we were out in Malaysia for a whole month, and it was unbelievable to be out there. But I'm not genetically made to be in the jungle. Like, it's the wrong... I'm like as Irish as a stone. There's nothing... And, like, the pores are too small to let air in or out, so I was just constantly sweating. Because it's Kuala Lumpur is in a city built in the jungle. So it's... I was... Like, even people would go to shake my hand, and I'm like, no, fist bump, please don't. And then you'd be like... And they'd be looking at their hands going, did she just hand me ham? I feel like I should have ham in mine. I'm like, I'm the ham. I am ham. We did this one scene where it was like a sexy scene, and I was a bit nervous about it. And at first I thought I was going to have to get my wops out. But
But you lost one.
But
so.
well, one had exploded. So I was nervous about it, because I'm a method actor as well, so... But instead they put me in, like, a sort of synthetic negligee. And we were in this, and God love the other actor, Tristan Gravel. He had to be naked, so he had, like, a little sock on his lad, as we'd say in our... His lad, it would be the Irish for yes. A punis. We were were there in this sweaty room with like 9 men. That wasn't what was happening in the scene.
Some scene you were playing there.
I know. I painted it darker than it was. Yeah. But there was like the cameraman and the first AD and everyone, and then they had to turn off the aircon in this little hotel because it was making too much buzzing on the sound. And the heat, I mean, it was like we were all creating rain with our own bodies. And the woman who's doing costume didn't speak much English, and she was just like a bit loud, like that sort of, you know, when someone pretends to whisper in a house, like she did that. And she came over to me and she's like, "Your boobs making water on dress." And I was like, keep it down a bit. And she's like, "Cotton wool," and I was like, "You want me to put cotton?" Oh God! So I had to put cotton wool underneath my boobs, and it stayed there, which is that famous test of age. It was like,
well done.
And then, so we went on with the scene. I was feeling a bit undignified, and we were sort of being a bit sexy. And then she came back and was like, "Now you're back." And I was like, "Oh, my back's sweaty." She's like, "No, further down." Do you mean my ass crack? Yes, ass crack. Everyone was kind of looking around, and I had to put cotton wool down the middle, and then eventually she just got a hairdryer. And I was like, I don't feel sexy anymore.
So did you have a lot of time off? Did you get to enjoy... I've never been to Malaysia. Did you get to enjoy it socially?
Yeah, we did. We'd loads of time off, and we put on a few gigs while we were out there. So we did some stand-up while we were there, and it was amazing to see, like, the equivalent of... Because stand-up's relatively new there. It's kind of about 10 years old, and the clubs are all about 10 years old. And it's amazing to see... There's a big Chinese Malaysian community as well. And it was amazing to see their version of... What's the deal with aeroplane food? Because, which is like kind of like really hacked stand-up. Yeah. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you know what it's like when you've got a big exam and your mother goes and leaves a chicken at the temple." And people are like, "Oh my God, I know what that's like." And it was just amazing to be, and it was like, again, you make a little community. Like I was talking with John earlier on, that like in LA, like you make a little community for yourself with stand-up, and you meet people around the world. And so now I've got loads of like Malaysian pals and like stand-up pals there. It was great.
And are you can I ask you, you're single, I believe, aren't you? Were you dating out there?
I'm not going to go out with you, Jonathan. Whoa. I thought I was on this show by merit, and that's not going to happen.
Okay, well then, fine. Okay.
So can I ask something?
Yes, I will go out with you, John Malkovich.
Can I ask? How does the chicken at the temple joke end?
The problem with it wasn't even a great gag. It was just like, "Hey guys, you know what it's like when you walk and you fall over and people are like, ah!" They don't even need a like, "I know what that's like." Like sometimes people don't need a in-hand gag. John, you know, I haven't done it.
I love it.
I wouldn't make it.
See, but you see, you thought this was old material. This is the best joke she's ever had.
That's all he's ever had.
Yeah.
Do you know, my friend I was telling her who I was coming on the show with, and she was like, "This is going to sound stupid, so don't say this on the show. But is John Malkovich anything to do with, you know, the movie?" And I was like, "Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it." Being John Malkovich. Clever people lying around with.
Do you get that a lot, though? Do people ask you what it's like being John Malkovich?
I do get that mostly from journalists, but the thing I get the most is people come up. Somebody did it at the little, you know, off-license shop yesterday down by where we stay. They always say, "I look like John Malkovich." And has anybody ever told me that? And I go, "No." And then they go, "You sound like John Malkovich." And I say, "Really? No, I don't know."
And then they're like, "But John Malkovich would never come into an off-license as cheap."
Yes. Oh, yes, he would.
Okay.